Cheesehead here with Jobs and Pods founder, Chris Russell. Chris, I'm curious, you started Jobs and Pods in March. Is the adoption of employers to podcasts what you thought it would be? Are there more challenges? Talk about what it is today and in the future of podcast with employment.
You know, I definitely think it's a new thing for employers, and many of them are still grasping the idea of what it is. But having said that, I've gotten a number of calls from employers who get it right away. I just had a call from a very large Silicon Valley company last week who said no matter what, she's going to do 15 of these. And but she said that, she still has to get approval for it internally. There's still a lot of processes that the employer has to go through to get all this approved. But having said that, they're very interested in the idea. They think it's unique, and right now it's the only thing on the market like it anyway. So I do think it's here to stay, and I just think that video is getting a lot of play right now in terms of employer videos. And I think that's great. I think both video and audio will have a place for employers in the recruiting landscape going forward.
And if for someone who's doing a podcast, what recommendations would you make in terms of marketing that podcast?
I would say we give them the file to do with what they want. You can embed it on a website. You can put a link to it on a job board. Click here for an audio description of this job. I have one client who wants to send out an email blast to a bunch of job seekers they have in a database and send them right to the podcast. So there's a variety of ways you can integrate this and market it. You could put it on a CD and hand it out at job fairs at a college, for example. So it's really very flexible in terms of how you can market and use it.
What has Apple iTunes meant for you broadcasting these podcasts?
It's just another channel for us to put the stuff out there. We have probably a couple hundred iTunes subscribers on the Jobs and Pods site right now. iTunes is has been a boon for the podcasting industry overall. They have a whole business and career section on there, which our feed gets uploaded into. So it's been a nice feature for us to have, and an additional way we can maximize the exposure for every podcast we do.
Do you have any thoughts on Yahoo kind of closing down their podcast search engine?
Very disappointed in that. They have the ability to be basically the number 2 player in podcasts right now, but they seem to just give it up, and I really don't understand why. I think they gave it up too early and just let it go. It's a shame.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Okay.